Is it wrong that I watched a bunch of YouTube tutorials on how to songwrite to make a YouTube tutorial on how to songwrite?
One shot to my heart, I picked up a wild card.
Hey everyone, I get a lot of questions from you guys on Twitter and Facebook and right here in the YouTube comments about if I can make a video on what is the fastest, best, easiest way for beginners to intermediate songwriters to write a song. So I figured it was about time I made a video. So to start off with, we're going to break down the songwriting process into 4 really simple steps. Now, this is just the way that I personally like to songwrite. Everyone is completely different, and songwriting should ultimately be a really personal experience that you feel suits you best. So I'm not saying that you have to follow this at all, or like even a tiny bit. You can completely choose how you songwrite best. So the 4 stages I like to songwrite in is to start off by finding chords, then a melody line, then lyrics, and lastly the production stage as well. So to start off with stage 1, as I said, is the chords process. So if you don't know how to play an instrument, then that's completely fine. You can actually completely skip this step if you want by clicking here. And for those of you who do know how to play any instruments, that's super awesome. That's going to help you out quite a lot, if this process works for you, that is. So you can choose anything from piano to guitar to whatever instrument you feel will best help you bring those creative juices to life, so to speak. For now, I'm going to be using the piano because I feel like this is my best songwriting tool to use. So as I said, finding chords, you don't necessarily need to know key signatures or any advanced music theory or barely any mediocre music theory as well. So long as you sort of just know your way around your instrument, that's going to be a really big help. So finding out the chords, just for an example for this video, one of the most common chord progressions used in pop songs is G, D, E minor, and C. So for this video, we're going to use that just as an example. So once you find a set of chords that you like, it can be more than 4 chords, it can be less than 4 chords. Some people might even just have the same chord bouncing back and forth the whole time. That's completely fine as well. And always remember that whatever you decide on is never final until it's actually final, until you've pressed record on that track and then you've bounced it out of the session and it's public. That's when it's final. So you can make changes up until that very last step. That's a really important thing to remember as well. So if we start off with those chords, as you can see, we've picked those 4 chords, G, D, E minor, C, and now we can move on to stage 2, which is finding a melody. So when we play around with those chords, just run around with a bunch of different riffs and melody ideas in your head and sort of figure out how you want those chords to play melodically around the melody line that you like. So just play around with some melodies. So once you've got one that you really, really like, from there you can move on to step 3, and that is the actual songwriting process. Now this part's actually my favorite part. Once we get these 2 parts done, the first 2 parts done, we can really focus on what we want our storyline to be about. So now that we've got our chords and our melody line, as you can see with this, we're starting off with a major chord, and there's 3 major chords and only 1 minor. So with that sort of setup and how I'm playing it right now, it sort of has like a fun sort of feel to it. So it'd be considered sort of odd if you were to have that really jumpy feel to it and sing about something super duper sad. So you can sort of run with that idea as well. I'm not saying that you have to not write a sad song with a happy beat. That's completely fine as well. You can mix it up all you want. So once we've got the melody line and chords, we can work on the lyrics. And it's the same thing as the melody process. Just spit out a bunch of random words. First of all, just start off with the word dada or doo-doo or me for your melody line, and then all of a sudden those me words will gradually change into actual words, which you can create your song around, and you'll really start to get an idea of what your song is going to be about, what storyline is working for you. So now a lot of people say, okay, so I tried riffing out random words, nothing came out, please help, what do I do? That's completely okay, and it's actually pretty common as well. All you need to do is just stop for a second, stop playing the chords, and stop working on the lyric line and melody line, And just have a think about what's going on in your life at the moment. Or if you don't want to write about yourself, I don't really like to write about my personal experiences either. That's completely okay. You can just pick a friend's situation that someone's going through that you know a little bit about, and then you can sort of craft that idea around your song. So, or you could even pick a random object in the room, and for example, I'm looking at a chair right now. Now when you see chair, you think, okay, that's something you can sort of rest on and like lean on, and it's sort of, you know, it's always got your back when you're sitting down and stuff. So from there, you could turn an idea like a chair into a song idea, in which it could be a song about how you change the chair into this person, and this person is always there for you. They're always supporting you. They're there to help you when you're tired and you need a rest. Also, if you get stuck during the songwriting process, that's completely fine. Take a break, go get a drink of water, make some food, watch some Netflix, whatever you want to do, and then come back to the song, and then I'm sure you'll have so many more ideas flowing through your mind. So once you've got that idea, just start spitting out some random lyrics. And just now, I didn't play G, D, E minor, C like we worked on before. That was a different order. That was G, C, E minor, D. So you can even play around with your chord structure as well once you actually start the lyric writing process. That way, when you syncopate your words so the syllables are lined up, that makes it a lot easier as well. So now that you have your chord process, your chord setup, and your melody line, and a rough idea of your lyrics as well, now you can move on to the final stage, which is production. So production is the part where you will actually pull your whole song together. You start making a track for it, or if you don't know how to play any instruments, that's fine as well. You could ask a friend to help you produce the track if they know how to play an instrument. Or it could just be an a cappella song as well. That's really cool. I've seen some awesome videos where people have made instruments just out of making noises with their mouths, or like people call it beatboxing, or like a cappella, sort of like the thing that you hear in the movie Pitch Perfect. So now that you're up to the production stage and you've started creating a track, then you can start layering your lyrics and everything over the top of that track, and you can keep on adding stuff to the track. It's always best if you add too many instruments to the track, because once you get to the mastering stage, you can take out as many instruments as you want and really make the song fit around your lyric ideas. So for example, a song might start off sort of quieter with maybe no drums or just a light drum beat in the background, and it's just, the chords could be just one bar held out like that. And then by the time you get to the chorus, it gets bigger. I really hope I've been able to help you guys out with your songwriting process. This has been a process that has worked really well for me, and I personally really like it. If it's not for you, that's completely fine as well. As I said, songwriting is a really personal process, and you should really try to find something that works well for you, because ultimately when you songwrite, you want to be having fun, and if you're just running off of like other people's ideas and things like that, it can't really be as fun as it could be. So yeah, I really hope you guys have learned at least one or two things from this video, and if you want to see more videos from me, feel free to check out my channel. You can subscribe right here. And also feel free to give this video a thumbs up as well, and share it with your friends. Who knows, maybe you have a future songwriting prodigy in your friends list, or maybe you're that friend. Thanks so much for watching. See yous.
One shot.